because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
You thought the game was over, but it's only just begun.
Yeah, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Welcome to the Late Night Massacre, known as Safe, and we definitely have a lot to talk about here regarding the Fear Street series and what is the next project coming up. And it looks like it's going to be a standalone film. As for the three movies we did get in 2021, with Fear Street 1994, Fear Street Part 2 1978, and Fear Street Part 3 1666. I don't really know what to really take going into this. I know it was from R.L. Stine and the Goosebumps books, and obviously they had to take a little bit of a twist on it and make it more gory, so more of an R-rated, because most of the Goosebumps books from R.L. Stine don't really have that R-rated gory feel to it, and I'm really glad they did add that to these three films. Three films that came out in 3 consecutive weeks was so different for me, but you know what? I was all for it. You know, this was just one of those little trilogies where you could just sit down, grab a box of popcorn, and just chill out and just see what this whole thing is about. I had so much fun watching this trilogy, especially I love 90s horror because I don't think we get enough of that now. And just seeing this witch that, you know, curses this town and gets her pretty much revenge on this town, where killers start to arise, where bad things happen in the town of Shadyside. All of the kids in this film kind of get mixed into this whole entire thing, and they try to stop this whole thing from happening, where Shadyside isn't going to be known as a cursed low-life type town. In Fear Street Part 1 1994, I really liked how they just took like an average skeleton costume and just made it so terrifying. Going into Fear Street Part 2 1978, Camp Nightwing, and obviously one of my favorite moments because this is a 70s camp slasher, which I absolutely love since I love Friday the 13th that much, and having a potato bag, sandbag, Jason type feel to this film, which I thought was really cool. Love the killer and just love the camp atmosphere to it. And then Fear Street Part 3 1666, where it takes that medieval old, you know, witching type movie, which I you know, that I really like, that pilgrimage type movie, which I thought that was like my second favorite of all of it, and I thought it was really cool. So now we're down to the next installment of the Fear Street trilogy. Doesn't continue the story with Sam and some of the other characters that we kind of really liked, because I loved every damn character and most of them died. But are we going to get a continued story with the original characters from the Fear Street trilogy that we got back in 2021? So from Bloody Disgusting says, Fear Street Netflix updates on the future of the franchise standalone movie in the works. 2 years after the ambitious trilogy directed by Leigh Janiak, Netflix is headed back to the R.L. Stine's Fear Street with a brand new movie, Collider reports this afternoon. Granted, this is the first time we've heard about a potential 4th Fear Street movie. As you may recall, it had reported back in December 2022 that a new movie was in the works, and Netflix's Scott Stubber reveals a Collider this week that those plans haven't changed. Stubber, head of Netflix Film, explains, obviously there's a lot of books. There's one standalone that we're looking on right now that we're once again trying to get the script right, but I like it very much, and so does the team. So I feel like if we can get that script right there would be great, kind of extension of the franchise. Now, it sounds like the 4th movie that's currently being scripted will tell its own standalone story, and there's indeed no shortage of Stine's tales to pull from for inspiration. We're not going to have a continued story with the original characters, and that's perfectly fine. I think they did a good enough job. They made 3 whole movies with all those characters that are connected, which made one killer story. But going into another standalone film is perfectly fine, because I think Fear Street had very good viewership from what I heard, and there's so many R.L. Stine Goosebump books that you could take a book and kind of twist it into an R-rated heavy gory slasher, which I know they're going to continue that. So right now it's obviously way too early to tell on when they're going to release this thing, but they're still working on the script right now, so probably within the next couple years we'll probably get the next Fear Street movie, which is awesome. I don't know what it's going to be called. I have to look at all the Fear Street books that are out right now from R.L. Stine, the Goosebumps books. But if it's something like we did get, and it's unfortunate for me because I actually really liked how they connected one story with 3 movies in 3 consecutive weeks. Like every week we look forward to a new movie. We didn't wait a couple months, or we didn't wait a year after to get another movie at a time. I really liked how they did that format. I hope they do it again in the future with I think because it's with some of these books, maybe they try to connect a few books together and wanted to really make something, you know, more forward for us as fans, horror fans in general, to look forward to something consecutive weeks, you know, to kind of connect the story and not wait so long and automatically be there for the next week, and be excited about this film. Let me know what you guys think about Fear Street in general. Did you like the trilogy, and what do you think this next Fear Street movie is going to be about? You know, I'm not a big Goosebumps fan. I've read them when I was a lot younger, but I really don't remember a lot of the books, so it's going to be very interesting for me to see which direction they're going and the type of story they're going into here. And obviously it really doesn't shy away from, they're going to put blood and gore and all of that, because these books are scary, but they're not bloody and gory like they were showing in this little Fear Street trilogy that we got a few years ago. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video if you guys haven't. It does help out the channel out a lot, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Fear Street, we're going to be getting something soon. Hopefully we'll have more information within, you know, next year, hopefully early next year. Probably won't get something for a while until this script is done, and maybe they show some photos and maybe give us a synopsis of what this thing is going to be about. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Keep running. Peace out.